Hey, it's Jeff Walker, and I wanted to talk about direct marketing versus branding marketing. And it's sort of an interesting thing because I'm actually right now staying at one of my favorite hotels, which is the San Diego Hard Rock Hotel. And these guys get their branding right. You walk in, and they've got the tunes cranking. They've got all kinds of memorabilia on the walls here. They've got rock and roll quotes everywhere. Here's a guitar, Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar, one of his guitars. Not his famous Stratocaster, but it's a beautiful guitar. There's, behind me over here, is Registration, and they're just playing just all kinds of rock and roll clips there. But then this is the thing that really got me, was this is their guitar menu. It's sort of a bit of a tasting menu. So when you check in here, you can borrow a guitar. They'll just let you borrow a guitar, and it's interesting, they're all Fenders, they're Telecasters and Stratocasters, and so I borrowed one. It was pretty cool. You have to put down a deposit, but then it's absolutely free to have the guitar. And then here's all these different like set lists and lyric sheets. I love this photo right here. This is one of my heroes. Right there's a photo of Joe Strummer of The Clash. Here's another one of my heroes up there, Bruce Springsteen. So the branding they've got going on here is absolutely spot on. Just everywhere you walk around, there's music always playing. There's quotes on the walls from songs. One interesting thing over here, I'll take you, I hope I'm not getting you too seasick here, but right here they'll have, here's a bass, there's something from Madonna, a little bustier that she wore, a bass from the guy in the Eagles, the bass player, and then right next door, this is not branding, this is merchandise. So it's interesting how they sort of walk you down the branding wall, and they got all these cool guitars and things, and then they take you right into merchandise. So you can see how you can be walking down the wall and checking out all the cool memorabilia, and all of a sudden, boom, it's marketing time. So the thing I really wanted to talk to you about, I'm going to get over here. Oh, there's another one. There's the boss. There's Bruce Springsteen. Here's another one of my heroes, right there. There's Mick and Keith, and of course Keith is the man. So I'm going to step out where it's hopefully a little quieter out here. But the thing is when I first got online, 20 years ago, first started in business online 20 years ago, one of the reasons for my success, let's turn around here so we got the sun going the other way. One of the big reasons for my success was I understood early on that the internet was a fantastic direct marketing medium. And so I studied all the old direct marketers, the direct marketing, back then I was studying like direct mail and stuff and applying it online, and that gave me huge success. And there's this huge divide there used to be a huge divide between direct marketing and brand marketing. So Coca-Cola would be the classic brand marketer. And direct marketing is where you put together marketing that's supposed to directly drive people to a sale immediately. And branded marketing is where you just, like Coca-Cola, you got your advertising everywhere, so then when someone thinks about having a soft drink, they'll think about Coca-Cola. And so there always was this big divide between the two. But these days, all of a sudden, branded marketing is starting to move towards direct marketing, and which, I'm still a direct marketer at heart. But the thing is that direct marketing is taking on a lot of the brand. If you have an online business, in this guru world, this expert world, anything like that, you need to be aware of your branding, because now we're out there, everyone who's online has got to be out there in some way, in social, on video, in photos, on a blog, interacting in some way. And now every single thing you do is part of your brand. It's, what you're wearing, what you're posting in social, what what you're saying in between the lines, what your videos look like, and what your demeanor is like, and what the graphics on your website are like. So now everything is part of your brand. So even if you're in my kind of business, and it's very much a direct marketing business, you are very much in the branding business. So it's sort of interesting how the two markets have come together, but it's something you have to be aware of. You're being judged on how your website looks, and frankly, 10 years ago, certainly 15 years ago, online, it was almost like it was better if your site looked raw and unfinished, but that's not the case anymore. Everyone's had to step up. I think it's because of Apple and their influence, and they have such great design, and they've got they're so influential. I think they're one of the big ones, but we've moved now towards you have to look professional. It doesn't mean you have to be wearing a suit. I shot a video about that. You don't have to be, like corporate professional, but you got to be pro in your appearance. And the great thing is there's so many tools that make it so much easier, like in terms of page design and technology. But yeah, just remember, everything you're doing, every tweet you put out, every post on Facebook, anything you put on Instagram, every video you put out, the whole package, the entire package is being judged. And so you have to be, in these days, you have to be aware of brand. So I'm Jeff Walker. No matter where you're watching this, scroll on down, leave a comment for me if this video is helpful, give me a share, and let's go get them this week.